Hello, all you fabulous and wonderful people. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video. So we are going to be switching from the 1980s to the 1990s. I can't believe it is here already. So first of all, we're going to go over these rules. There's not that many, actually. There's a few things, interesting things that are going to be happening towards the later end of this decade, but not too much more has changed from the 80s. We're going to go over the rules, and then I'm going to show you guys the makeovers, and then that's going to be it. Normally, I would do the rules, the makeovers, and then show you the house makeover, but since we are moving into a brand new house that I have built, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, that's coming in a whole separate video. So first of all the rules from the 1980s still stand with the following changes. In the home, computers are allowed now for socializing, and laptops are now allowed, which is cool. And Plopsy is also now available. The television time restrictions are now lifted, so they can watch TV at any time. All restrictions on showers, appliance, furnitures are lifted. I'm assuming this is like the certain types and styles. You can use anything now. And conspiracy theorist paraphernalia and decor is now allowed. I guess I never really knew that they couldn't be allowed, but I never really used them anyway. Kids, radio, alternative, world music, and pop music are allowed. The Kids Network Cooking Channel and the World Culture Network TV channels are now allowed. These are all the careers. I'm not going to be listing through them. These are all the careers that are allowed. Now, according to the 80s, when I go back to the 80s rules, let me show you here very quickly. So in the 80s, and I always thought that, I figured this was any child born in the 80s, that generation. It just says one sim in this generation must be in the business career. So when I think of that generation, I think about the kids that were born in the 80s or growing up in the 80s. So that'd be our triplets, right? So one of our triplets has to be in the business career. When I reread this, I was thinking maybe I had it wrong. Maybe it was supposed to be Catherine or Tyrell that was supposed to have gone into the business career, because 80s did see a boom in businesses, but I feel like 90s had a lot of businesses booming. I could be wrong, but anyways, the 80s had passed, so we did not do this if it was supposed to be Catherine or Tyrell. So we're gonna do it with one of the three triplets. It doesn't just say our heir. It just says one sim in this generation must be in the business career. You can take it either way, I guess. I don't know. So we're gonna have to keep that in mind. So also in the 90s, men are now allowed to take paternity leave after children are born, which is good. Now here we have the Y2k. When your oldest teen is about to become a young adult, or when you hit the second half of 1998, the family must prepare for the Y2k disaster. I am pretty sure that we all remember Y2k. It was such a big deal, of course. So in that last half of the 98, we are going to have to build ourselves a temporary shelter using the cheapest furniture, and no computers are allowed at the time. And the entire family must not leave the shelter for 3 days leading up to 2000. So that would be the last half of 98. And then, of course, the first and second half of 99, and then you're into the 2000s. So, last 3 days, we're gonna have to do this. And there's no school, there's no work. And if you're pregnant and you have the baby, you have to have the baby in that shelter. Otherwise, they must still be born at the hospital. That's the only time that they apparently can be born at home is during the Y2K thing. I doubt that happens, but you just never know. I just never know what's gonna happen with this family. Cell phones can be used for texting now. It's really hard not to use them for texting now because they kind of do it on their own when you're not even looking. But anyways, kids' tablets are now allowed, which is cool. With the rise of the internet, pet clothing is a thing. You can dress your pet in more than one than a collar. We might have to do that with our pet. I never really did this before. I never really dressed my pets in The Sims, but we might have to. We'll have to see. Play dates are now allowed, and you may use the electronic backdrop in photo studios. And those are the rules. So we're gonna jump over into the family, our main family, and I'll show you guys how their makeovers came out. So first up we have here is Angie. I'm just gonna go right down the line. I have kept all their looks before I did the look makeover so you guys could see the differences. So this was her 80s look, what we mainly saw her in. This is her new look right here. What a difference. So with her, I went with more of the kind of layered look. I really wanted to find, you know, the 90s were big with the Rachel hair from Friends, right? We all know that. Couldn't find it. Could not find a Rachel hair. I did find a couple that was kind of close, but the one that I didn't like at all. This one I've had for a really long time, and I really liked how she looked in it. I thought it was kind of close. You know, the hair is tucked behind the ear. It's, you know, off layered look, parted. It's definitely more, it's not 80s. It's not 80s for sure, but more 90s. We've got the choker on there. We've got crop tops were big in the 90s. I'm sure you guys all remember what the 90s style was, but crop tops and jeans that were a little bit bigger. Now, I didn't have any jeans that looked really right with her. These were the only ones that I really liked. And technically these are closer to skinny jeans. I realized that they don't come out until the 2000s. But it's the only thing that was high-waisted because they didn't start wearing low-rise jeans until the late 90s into the 2000s. So actually in the 90s, they did wear a lot more flare, wide leg pants, high-waisted pants. Grunge style was big. So we went with this. I also did give her contacts. So this was her before eyes. They were just these ones. These are all default replacement eyes. But I thought she looked really nice with these contacts here. I think she looks really pretty. While she's a model that maybe in her downtime, she might wear a little bit more grunge stuff. So we went this route with the grunge as well. I think she looks really cute. So I also did want to fit that grunge style in because I feel like she would when she's at home, maybe relaxing, that she would be kind of more grungy type look. And so that is her everyday right there, her new everyday. This is what she had before for her formal. And now here's her new formal. I gave her a much more sleeker dress because the formal wear was more fit to your body, and her being a model and like a supermodel, I definitely feel like this is a much more supermodel. Gave her this diamond choker necklace, and we gave her this hair, which I just thought was like runway model. She just looks like she's ready for the red carpet to me. This was her before athletic. This is her new athletic. So the messy bun became a big in the 90s. If you remember Clueless, which was, when did that come out? Mid-90s? Clueless, she wore the main character, what's her face that I can't think of right now. She wore a lot of her hair up, and it was like a messier type bun style. I remember wearing a lot of messy bun in the 90s when I worked as a nursing assistant for sure. So I just gave her a messy bun, and this actually came from the kit. The throwback kit, whatever it's called. I can't think of it, but you guys, I'm sure you recognize it. So we went with this color. They have all got these suits on, except for Catherine. I've put them in all these suits. So that's her new sport. And this was her sleepwear. This is her new sleepwear. We just put her in a shorts and a crop top and called it good. This is her old party. Here is her new party. So leopard print, animal prints in general. Whether it's on your clothes, your pillows, your blankets, couches. It was huge in the 90s. So I got this cute little dress here, and she's got her choker on. Okay, this is her swimwear, her old swimwear. Here is her new swimwear. I was just trying to think elegant more, you know, so I gave her this from the whatever wellness pack, whatever it was from, Spa Day. I can't think of the names of these packs. But Spa Day, so I just gave it to her in black. And this was her old hot weather. Here's her new hot weather. This is her old cold weather. Here's her new. So the jackets were still pretty puffy in the 90s. So that's what we went with. And we gave her some hiking boots and knit cap. So that's how her 90s look has come out. I think she looks really cute. I like it. It's definitely different from the 80s, which is all I'm ever trying to do. I might not get exact, but I come close, I feel like, and it's definitely different than the decade before. So here's Catherine. This was her everyday before. And here's how she came out now. So with Catherine, we definitely went more mom. We cut her hair. And yeah, this hair reminds me of like Cindy Crawford hair, which if you don't know, which I don't know why you wouldn't know because Cindy Crawford was a huge supermodel in the 90s. Her hair was very similar to this. So we went like with this flip. It's still poofy, but not as poofy and it's a little straighter. But I think she looks really cute. I was trying to go more mom and I just feel like she would have her hair cut shorter instead of having it longer. And this was the darkest color it came in without it being black. Cardigans were another big thing. I think I had like 20 cardigans. And then her formal was this. This is her new formal, definitely more political, more conservative look. I just thought she looked really, really nice in this color, so I went with this. So this was her athletic before, and here's her now new athletic. Is this. So we just put her hair up in a ponytail. High ponytails like this were popular as well, came back into style. And we just had these side hairs hanging down. But we just put a t-shirt and sweats on for her. This was her sleepwear before. Here is her new sleepwear. Just, you know, this, I think this is really cute on her. I've actually had these for a really long time. I haven't been using them for a while, so I thought, let's use them again. This is her party before. This is her party now. This was her swimwear before, and this is her swimwear after. This was her hot weather before, and this is her hot weather now. I like it. And then this is her cold weather before, and here is her now. And also all of these clothes, hopefully all of these custom content clothes that I have, will be up on the website. So that is how Catherine has turned out. She definitely looks like a soccer mom to me. She looks like such a mom. I love it. So here's little Erica. This is what we mainly saw her in. So now here is her new everyday. I Googled, you know, different hairstyles for kids and just in general. And apparently in the 90s, braids were really big. So I gave her these braids. I've got two looks for her. This is her first everyday. It's just a t-shirt and jeans, nothing big. And you know, this could be worn anytime in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. I feel like it's anytime a kid would wear a t-shirt and jeans. And then this is her second look. Again, I tried to fit in the sweater and the more preppy kind of look. I feel like she would be more preppy than anything. So I went with that for her. And then here's her formal before, and here is her formal now. I always have a hard time finding kids' clothes, and then having to throw on like decade stuff, like period stuff, it gets even harder. So basically this is just from the game. We have this hair still. Yeah, so that is her formal. Here was her athletic before, and then here is her now look. Again, this came from that pack. What is it? Get Fit? I don't remember. But anyways, that's what it's from. Definitely the track suits were a big thing in the 90s as well. And then her sleepwear. This was her sleepwear. Here's her new sleepwear. I just went with this oversized t-shirt kind of dress thing. This was her party before. Here's her new party. I didn't change anything with her swimwear. I just felt like we'll just keep it. I did, except for the hair. That's all I changed. This was her hot weather before, and then here is her new 90s hot weather look. And then this was her cold weather before. Here's her new cold weather. So that is how Erica has turned out. Now, little Erin was our dramatic, outgoing little girl, and I feel like she'd be a little troublemaker at the same time. She's our drama queen here. So this was her before everyday. Here's her new everyday. I gave her these braids, but they're down. They're not up in a ponytail. I think they're really, really cute. This came with Parenthood, I believe. I know that in the 90s, these type of clips were big, and putting them in your hair like this was a big thing to do. So I gave her the this look. I really think she's cute. I think both the girls look really cute. I really like these braids. I don't know why, but I really, really love the braids. And then her formal was this, and now here's her formal now. Again, I got the cardigan thing going on, and I think she looks really cute. And then here is her athletic before. Here's her after. Again, I see these kids in these tracksuits and I immediately think of the 90s. I don't know why. It does remind me a lot of the 90s. I gave her the blue and green mainly because of these blue clips in her hair. I think she looks so cute. And then her sleepwear was this, and this is her new sleepwear. I just gave her these bunny pajamas that are custom content that I've had for a long, long time. And then her party was this. And then this is her new party. So I guess gave her this denim jacket and some holey jeans. This was her swimwear before. This is her swimwear after. And then this was her hot weather before. And this is her hot weather after. And then here was her cold weather before. Here's her cold weather now. It's basically the same, just a different color. And the jeans are different. So we just went with this. So here's little Eric. He's kind of a hot-headed sim, and this is his look before. Here is his new look. So in the 90s, we had the styles for men, especially black men and boys, was like the high. I know we all remember Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love that show. You know, the high flat tops. I couldn't find it for kids. I did find one, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I decided not to use it. But also the etchings, the whole drawing like this. This is the only one that I had. This came with the game. I think this came with, I'm not sure what this came with. Base game? Is this a base game here? I don't know. But I went with it because it has the etching and it's a little tighter. So I went with it for him. He definitely got the grunge. I think he looks really cute. And then this is his formal before. Here's his formal afterwards. I kind of put a little suit on him. I didn't know what else to do to make him look different than he did before. So yeah, that's what I did. And then this is his athletic before. Here's his new athletic. And then here's his sleepwear before. Here's his new sleepwear. It's basically the same, just recolored. And he has long sleeves. So there's that. And then here was his party before. Here's his party now. You got your holy jeans and you got your grunge. He's our grunge boy. So there's that. And then his swimwear. I didn't change anything except for the hair. That's it. And then this was his hot weather before. Here's his hot weather now. Again, it's a different color, basically the same. And then this was his cold weather. Here's his cold weather now. So yeah, this was from the cottage living pack I used. And yeah, that's basically it. That's little Eric. So then we have Tyrell. He was actually really difficult because he's a bigger sim, so it's really hard to fit clothes that look right. This was his before. Here's his after. I felt like Tyrell, being a politician, he would have that preppier look. So I gave him this hair, came from Get to Work. It is definitely shorter on the sides, and we have this mark here. So I think he looks really cute, but I felt like if he's a politician, he would probably be much more dressier up. So he would have a tie on more often. So, and vest became a big thing with businessmen, even just business casual. They would wear vests with jeans. So we went with it. And then I did give him, when he's at home relaxing, it's just a button down shirt and jeans and high tops here. And then here is his formal. I didn't change anything except for the hair. I just gave him this same suit. And then here is his athletic before. Here's his new athletic. Again, this is from that whole pack. I just really utilized it. And then here's his pajamas before. Here's his pajamas now. Since he's a more mature adult male, I gave him a robe and this came with cottage living. I love it. I love this. I don't know why I love this so much, but I really love it. It's probably because it's flannel. I love flannel. And then his party wear was this. When he was younger, now he's older, it's this. I had a hard time trying to find pants that would look well. I have changed these pants. I've gone back and forth with them on the coloring here. Should they be brown? Should they be tan? I don't know why, but to me the black looks better. Oh, maybe the gray. Oh, the gray's not too bad. Maybe I'll leave the gray. Okay, we'll leave the gray. That looks a little bit better, but that is his party. And then his swimwear was this before. This is his swimwear now. Just basically changed his hair and gave him longer shorts. I didn't change his hot weather, so I left his hot weather the same, just changed his hair. And then his cold weather was this. This is his new cold weather. It's a little bit more stylish, and, you know, politician looking, I guess. I don't know, business looking. But there he is. That is Tyrell. So I ended up changing my mind because I know that skinny pants were not popular until the 2000s. So I went with these. So there is the family. Okay, so here we are with the Clemens with Stephanie and Jeffrey and Gwendolyn and little Camilio here. So the last video I had talked about how I might extend the family through MCC, making it so I could have more control over Sims, have more Sims in the family. It could possibly be 11 and that it would be chaotic, but it could be interesting. And a lot of you guys had told me about how if you do that with MC Command Center and you go in to create a Sim, it actually deletes some of your Sims. So I don't want that to happen. I didn't know that that happened because, like I said in that video, is that I've never done that before. So thank you guys for letting me know that. Instead, this is what we're gonna do. So Gwendolyn here, it is time for her to be aging up. She's gonna be a teenager. Now, these kids here, Jeffrey and Stephanie, only have 1 day. So some of you guys were recommending or suggesting that maybe we go ahead and age them up since it is only a day. So we're gonna go ahead and age up Jeffrey and Stephanie into young adults. So Camilio has a little while. He has 4 days. So he's right on in the same time when the triplets age up. So we're gonna age up these 3. So we're gonna go ahead and age up Gwendolyn here. She's going to be a teenager. Okay, so Gwendolyn here, because she was born in 1975, she has to take a trait. Any Sim that is born in the 70s will have to take one of the following traits: active, loves outdoors, or vegetarian. I think I will give her loves outdoors. And then for her aspiration, I don't know what she would be. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just randomize this. So I started using this random.org. So what it is just a site you can just pick a random number. So you put in the minimum and the maximum. So we'll set this to 13. There's 14 aspirations, but I'm not counting the Star Wars one. I just took that out. So I'm gonna do 13. So, and then I just click on this and it goes. So we got 11. So I come back here and then I just literally count to 11 right here. So she's nature. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I go back to this and type in 8 and we generate it. And we get 4. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So she's angling ace, which that actually goes with the outdoors now, doesn't it? So we gave her that, and that is little Gwendolyn. Let me go ahead and age up Jeffrey to a young adult. And I believe he does not have to take any traits. So again, I'm just gonna hit the randomize button, and we got self-absorbed. So the twins were born, I just double checked because I thought they were born in the 60s. They were born in 1971, these twins. But he already has the loves outdoors trait, so he's all good. Now, Stephanie, we are gonna need to make sure she has one of the 70s traits. Okay, yeah, she does have the vegetarian trait, so they're all set for the 70s. So she has master actress. We're gonna go ahead and just randomize this, and she's now paranoid. Okay, so there they are. Let me go ahead and pop into cast with them. Okay, so we are here. This is little Gwendolyn. This is how my game has generated her. Oh, interesting eyelashes that we've got there. Let's take off this here. Let's take off her hat. Oh, it gave her this green eyebrows. Oh, that's fantastic. But that's little Gwendolyn. Of course, we're gonna make her over. This is actually her winter outfit. This is her everyday. Oh, yes, that's fabulous. And of course, the twins don't look any different because teens to young adult don't change. We know this. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them all their makeovers, and I will show you guys how they've turned out. Okay, so we're gonna start down at this end this time. So here is Stephanie. Stephanie and Jeremy were the twins of Susan and Antonio. I have to think for a second. So this is Catherine and Angie's siblings, younger siblings, the twins. So this is how Stephanie looked before. I didn't intend for this to happen, but they've all went grunge. I almost went goth for her. She almost went goth. But this is how she looks now. Here's her everyday. They've just gone grunge. I don't know how this happened. I don't know why, but we're grunge. Here was what she had before for formal. Here's her formal now, except this. This is the only thing I didn't go grunge with her. Here was her athletic. Here is her now athletic. Again, very dark colors, kind of dark colors. This was her sleepwear. This is her sleepwear now. Flannel. And this was her party. Here is her party now. And then this was her swimwear. This is her swimwear now. And then this was her hot weather. This is her hot weather now. Not too bad, I guess. This is her cold weather. Here's her cold weather now. Definitely grungy here. And then Jeffrey here, this is what he looked like before. I figured since he is wanting to live on the beach and he's a child of the ocean, he's gonna definitely be more beachy, shorts and tank top kind of thing. So this is his everyday now. I did cut his hair off. I thought he looked really nice with this, and oh my God, he looks just like Antonio. He is the spitting image of Antonio, for sure. But I figure he's gonna be like a beach bum, so he's gonna be in tanks and his shorts most of the time. For his formal, this was what it was before. Here's his after. I just basically took away the tie is all. That's it, this top. Actually, these are the same. Here is his athletic before. Here is his now. Just sweatshirts and sweatpants. This, I didn't change anything with his sleep. I just cut his hair off. Here was his party. Here is his party now, a little bit more laxed and loose. I don't know what you'd call it. But here's his swimwear. Again, I didn't change anything but his hair. His hot weather was this. His hot weather now is no shirt and some shorts. And then his cold weather, I just changed his hair. Literally, that's it. So not too much of change, but with the shorter hair, he definitely looks like Antonio so much. So Camilio, if you remember, he had a mohawk. I just gave him this hair a little bit longer, and we went grunge with him. This is his everyday. I started with the younger two, and I forgot to save their before, but literally the only thing I changed with him was his hair on this. And I think this top was different. And then I didn't change his formal. I did it, his athletic I put to this. It was just like shorts and stuff before. I didn't change his sleepwear. I didn't change his party wear. I didn't change his swimwear except for the hair and his hot weather and this I gave him. I changed his boots, I think is all I did here. So not much changed with him besides his hair. And then Gwendolyn, who just aged up into a teen, we went full grunge with her. She's got her hat on. Man, does she ever look grungy. Oh, I love this look. I could just live in this look. We even gave her complete with a jean choker, which was a thing in the 90s. This is her formal. She'd be like, fine. Hey, this is what I'm going to wear. Oh, I forgot to change her shoes. Although those shoes are kind of cute with that outfit. We'll just change them to black. Yeah, that works. Here's her athletic. We put it up in a messy bun. This came with the fit, tack, whatever, and then just gave her some spandex. I think she looks cute. She's like really pretty. Her skin color, her skin tone is really nice. I really like her skin tone. It's Zach's skin tone, I believe. Yeah, because Felicia was white as they come. So here's her sleepwear, grunge. And then here's her party, full grunge. So this is the baggy pants I was talking about. These are the only ones. They didn't look right on the other Sims, but her, it fits. Man, yes, so 90s. And then for her swimsuit, this is what her swimsuit is. And then her hot weather, again, we're kind of grungy. And then here is her cold weather. And that is basically the Harkins now, not the Clements. They're now the Harkins. So, yeah, that is how they turned out. So what's going to happen with them is we're going to take, a lot of you suggested that Jeffrey here takes the cat. The other three are just going to stay here. They're just going to live here. Of course, we'll take out the baby stuff. I will probably give this house a makeover. I don't know. I don't know. Because we won't probably play with these ones very often. We probably only see them at like family gatherings and stuff. So probably not gonna be in this particular house too much. Stephanie is just gonna become the parent of these two here, Gwen and little Camelio. So yeah, that's how they have turned out. Here we are at Tyrell's family. You might remember Keyshawn and them and his mom. So here's his dad. Here's Jamar's urn. So let me put that in Keyshawn's inventory here, but I do have to give them a makeover, but my time is getting quickly away from me, so I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this family. So you may notice there is a different sim here. This guy is now in the family, apparently. Keyshawn went and got married to this dude. Yeah, so I popped in here to check on them to get to Jamar's tombstone was one reason, but I saw this guy. I'm like, who the heck is this dude? I can't even say that name. But Keyshawn has now married this guy. So she went and got herself married. She finds him extremely attractive. He's a vegetarian, he's a perfectionist, and a foodie. He's the same age as her, coincidentally. She had this child that we aged up into toddler. She's now gonna be a child. I have to age her up, which I will do later and show you guys, but her parents is not. That's right. So she got pregnant by Dylan Parker, which is one of your guys' Sims, but she ended up marrying this guy. So he is the stepdad of her. And then, of course, here's Josephine. Here is Tyrell's youngest sister right here. I think she has a little while. She's got 4 days. So she's the same. She's right around the same age as the triplets. But I'm going to give them a makeover later. Oh, look, there's Tyrell. I'm going to give them all a makeover later and show you guys in the next episode where we actually play with the family. We'll just pop in here first and show you guys what I've got. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, it would be amazing if you did. And also don't forget to click the little bell to get notified whenever we have a video go up. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.